don't hit. Because my weight's moving away. But at the same motion, if I go here, I'm bringing everything into it. So that shot will have no. Yeah.
You're in an orthodox stance and throwing flats.
Yeah.
Is there a direction to step in that gives you the best defense against counters?
I'm in a bit of a distance.
This is all I know.
Okay. So when you throw flat, so I'm not really worried. I'm not worried about what is on flat. So if you're flat end here, you're open. If I block it, you're open. Okay. So if I take that same flat into here, I'm blocked. So you have a counter. And then I'm going to wait for your counter. You're going to hit that. I'm going to roll it over. And then I'm still.
So it's sort of the same thing.
It's just a matter of thinking about where you, and that's part of my footwork too. So like, if I'm turning like this, it's harder now to finish through, right? If I finish through, I'm top. If my feet are here, I can finish through very quickly. And if you don't go down from there, it's easy to just roll it over there. Off body, off head, depending on what you're doing. Yes. Well, so I am a counter shooter, and so anytime I am throwing a shot, I'm always thinking about where are they going to go next. Yeah, so I'm always thinking, like, and also too, like, say we get into the clutch, we've been throwing shots, and we both lose track of where we're at. I still know every shot he throws is coming from here. So if I know my shield's covering my leg, and I throw here, it doesn't matter where his sword went. I don't need to know. I just now, but that's how I can find it. So I throw into his sword, bang, okay. Now, my shield is now in control. I've now put him in that position. So that's how I regain. Like if you lose control of the fight, but you don't want to get out, because like we've been talking about, every time you exit range, you then have that vulnerability when you come back in. So I hate giving up that advantage. I hate stepping back out, because that's what everybody thinks. Everybody says, throw your stuff and get out, throw your stuff and get out. But if I finish crowding everything you can do, so if I'm here, right, and now he really doesn't have the ability to hit me because my shield's pushing on his arm. He can come this way. He can't really roll it that way because as soon as I feel the motion, I'm just turning my weight, right? My hips, all of your hips are stronger than anybody here's arm. I'm not, and so we're not slapping people, right? I'm just bringing it into play, and then helping him along. When I feel him start to move, I'm just turning my hips. So there's no push. Because I know the shield contact thing, it's a little iffy from kingdom to kingdom. 8 and belts, obviously smacking him in the head, punching him in the head, that's just as illegal there as anywhere else. But a little bit of contact, I can manipulate his shield, I can manipulate his basket. I'm notorious for, I'll come here and then push him. I don't slap, I rest it. I'll come in and you kind of put it there. And then I step, and all I'm doing is just turning my body with it, which is what pulls him over and puts him in a horrible place. Yeah.
Don't be in the horrible place, right?
Don't be in the horrible place. Or if you're going to be in the horrible place, be controlling the weapon, right? So I'm always going to I want to put some kind of control here. I want him uncomfortable because he's not going to like this. And he's not actually in any danger right now as I'm pushing because my sword would be here, right? But he's going to eventually go, this is not, bang. I'm waiting. That's really all I'm doing is I'm sharking that position and I'm waiting to see what, so we may be here and when he steps out, it might be that. I'll cantilever it into that shot, depending on where I see his guard while we're struggling. while we're struggling, he's thinking about getting out. I'm thinking about how he's moving so I can figure out where his opening is going to be when he tries to leave. It's just a different mindset that's staying in and keeping pressure.
It's using real estate to generate options and to deny options.
Yeah. So most people don't expect a guy my size to want to play that tight. They think I'm going to use that range, right? I'm going to use this. And while Havek is right, I can shrink everything here. It also means I've done that with you too. You now have that smaller. So I want to be close. But when I get close, I want to be in a position to stifle your weapon. So if you're a lefty, so with the lefty, it's the same thing. Like I was talking about the sternum. So I don't want to be here with the lefty. That's horrible. But if I get here, everything is applies again. My shield is centered. At this point, I know that the only effective shot he can throw at me is going to be here. He's going to throw that off head. Every lefty throws, right? So now, as soon as he goes to throw it, right, he's dead. All of that is mine. So I'm pushing that tension. That's what the footwork's giving me, is that tension. He is finally going to throw the shot he thinks he has. I may even leave it open. You know, if I'm fighting His Highness, probably not going to leave it wide open, because there's obviously a chance he's going to get there first. I'm going to bank that I'm going to be able to read your reaction faster than I am. And I don't always win those gambles. There's plenty of hot sticks who don't have a gun.
I have a question. So you're talking about moving off of his center line just for that one, and then waiting for him to throw. How do you maintain being off his center line, waiting for him to throw if he hesitates? Because isn't he going to want to immediately feel that pressure and turn his center line back on?
Well, you'd be amazed at how many people notice that slight change. This is center, this is off center. It's so small, but all of the angles in the so even in front of me, center line, that leg's still open in the lefty, right? Yeah. Okay. Off the center line. I haven't now had to forfeit it over. Like most people, when they fight lefties, they'll turn their stance and they forfeit that shield over. But now I'm going against everything I'm doing, right? My feet are turned the wrong way. I have all my everything going away from me. If I can stay in my normal stance, I haven't changed my personal fight to adapt to the lefty. It's just like he's a righty, only his. Now if I get in the clutch and I don't know where his weapon is, I'm going to throw here. Throw here. Because the leg's covered unless he steps. If I see him move, then we're going to step here. Now I'm in a much better place.
So you're still going to do shift, but you get there by changing your angle of approach.
Right. And that's part of that being just that little off line. Most people don't notice. You are going to find, even right-handed fighters, don't want that. They feel that pressure. They see that there's no openings, and they'll try to change. So a lot of times with those guys, if he's uncomfortable with this, I'm actually still there. All my footwork has me in position still.
So you're still addressing the primary.
All I do is shift my weight over so that as soon as he goes to react, I'm still there, but I haven't made him move. I've settled him back into where I want him just by shifting that weight. You know? And that's also why I don't like to use that, because it's harder to shift with that weight when you're not balanced.
All right, so it's a matter of degree and shifting. Because I find that people track and try to break their center down, that they'll just track straight to it. So
Right? So if I want you to track over here, right? So I may go and I'll lean and I'll overreact. You're gonna then go to follow that, and I'm already striking you. As soon as I get you to do that, when I come back, I'm already moving before you can then adapt.
okay.
With that weapon, I would tell you, YouTube to amazing. Great. You learn a lot of good stuff that I can't. So, not the style I've got. Any other questions? Because all these questions have been great, by the way. They're all valid.
So you,
Yeah.
so your style is based on kind of getting to your optimum range where you make them uncomfortable and maintaining that against their attacks. What do you think about going into that range? Like how do you approach the fight?
So if we're fighting, come out here. So we're out of range right now. So I know when I'm offset and my guard's here, there's only a little window that you can hit. So that's all I have to guard, right? So at that point, all I have to do is walk in.
So you're just absorbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait because you're all the time you throw in shots, you're unloading your power. And so if you unload at the wrong time, so if you throw high when I get here, catch, and I'm gonna, at that point I'm free to release because you have that time to get your sword back. Before you get it back to throw another shot, I've already hit you. So I don't worry about closing the distance because I'm not trying to strike you on my way in. So many people there from here, they're going to throw that flat to come in. And so as they're coming in, they're open. So I just close to where I want to be before I release so that I don't have that danger zone. I actually am taking it away. Right? Because once I'm close, then you feel all that pressure and I am much safer.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
What if you don't want to be a pressure fighter?
Well, I would tell you you should get a different shield. That
No,
shield,
I like being a pressure fighter.
Okay.
I like being a pressure fighter. But
Okay,
I want
so-
to be well rounded.
Well, so I don't always fight that way. I may want to draw you in. So I'm going to stay here and allow you to try to hustle me. And I'm just going to keep denying my fight
I got you.
and stepping left to right until I get you just the body over.
Okay.
And then I'll move in. I'm trying to establish that you've lost that ability to strike first or strike effectively first. Like I might goad you into throwing the first shot just so that I get you to unload all that coiled up power that you have.
All right. It's a little looser.
Is there, let's say you're up against someone who is very much a pressure fighter and they can more effectively than you can back out, which you said was your kind of thing is keep that same distance.
Right.
What would be the counter to that if you can't maintain that distance?
So if I'm trying to close with you and you keep running away, you're not going to
No. Like if let's say you're up on top of me and I can't get back as fast as you can get forward.
So there's all the distance right here. My shield can't hit you, right? This way. So where do you put that? I would throw that. If you throw that, I'm waiting for it. That's a shot. I want you. If you're afraid, if you're not sure what to do. So if I throw here, I make sure that I get here.
Got it.
But now I'm not worried about that. And then when I step here, I've taken away a lot of that advantage now that was making me feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm going to trap and then move.
Even on the defensive.
Yeah. Well, because that's not really a shot, right?
Right.
I know I'm not going to hit you, but I know you're not going to hit me when I do it because I'm clouding that line. The worst case scenario. So the worst case, I go to throw that shot, and you move to throw up my leg. Okay? Yeah, you hit me in the leg, but now you're fighting in your offhand.
So if somebody's being very aggressive, strike for their offense.
Yeah, and I know it's the West, we don't arm hunt, I get that. I don't know, is that still a thing in the West? What?
Arm hunting.
Arm hunting. Now, I will be honest, I don't call it hunting. If you put your hand here in your guard, I'm not hunting, it's there.
wrapped up gift.
Yeah, you've essentially blocked the shot that I want to throw with your arm. So when I throw at it, I'm expecting you to move it because you have to block, right? And I'm not accusing anybody here of that, but I've had Westies in the past go, oh, we don't take arms. I'm like, then you shouldn't block with it. Because essentially you're blocking with it. Yeah, I know. And it's
arms just fine.
yeah, okay,
I have a lot of
good.
people swinging my arm.
That's good. So I wouldn't necessarily call it arm hunting. If I hit somebody in the arm, it's usually because they're like, so put your guard up. So say I want to come in here, but the way his sword is denying me that. He's denying me what I want. So if I start threatening the arm, what happens?
Pulls that sword down, yeah.
And I'm just trying to get him to move his guard out of my way. If I make him feel so uncomfortable that he has to leave it down,
He's just messed up his own defense.
yeah. So when do we make the most mistakes in a fight? When we're not comfortable with our position, or we're not comfortable with where we're at in the fight. So oddly enough, your opponents suffer the same thing. So every time I make him uncomfortable, he starts making mistakes. So if all I'm focused on is making those uncomfortable moves, he already stepped too far and gave me all of this. I would have thumb led all of that at that point. Because I made him overcommit this way and his shield's real narrow. Might he have got his arm over? Maybe. Odds are though that my hand would have broke where his shield tried to get to, and I would have still gotten behind him. So
If I did make the block, then I'm more uncomfortable in a different place.
right. A lot of times too, everybody has a favorite place to fight, right? Which range, however you want to call it, A, B, and C. So here, come out here. So I may start way out here. So say we start the fight here. So now if I wait, he's probably going to go to where he wants to fight, right? So he's going to come into his happy place. Go ahead, wherever you're happy. Okay, so that's where you want to fight? So that was the first pass. He still hasn't hit me. I may do something to spook him and get him off me, but we won't be fighting there anymore. That's where he's happiest. So we're going to play B range or C range. Because I know you've told me everything I need to know for that part of the fight. For that little bit, you want to fight A range, that's where you feel the most effective. So if I keep you at B range, you're going to feel a little less comfortable. Yeah, you're always going to be a little less comfortable, right? And that's where you make a mistake. Because you're trying now, you're focused on getting to where you want to be. Or I get you, it could be as soon as you come in at me, I put the thrust thing out. I throw my thruster. I don't actually throw the shot, I just roll the pin point in front of you. And you do what you just did. You stopped because you took this big wide stance, right? So if I throw my hand up now, your shield's probably going to follow it, right? And you've just given me all of that. But it's because I stopped you where I wanted you. Those little moves, just that too, a charging opponent, that stops them. They'll lock down, and so especially if I see your feet in a weird position as you're coming in, or as we're moving around, I may stop when I see that you're bound up. Because now, right, and so what I would tell you is, if you don't feel comfortable in your stance, get out of wherever you're at. Get out of range. Reestablish, or step in, right? If I try to spook you, even if I throw a thrusting, if you bat it away with your sword and keep coming, right? Now you've gotten to the range. But if you allow me to control every bit of the control of the fight, if you allow me, I'll take. It's got to be more questions. I know I'm confusing as hell, so it has to be more questions. You have to have questions. You keep looking at me like, I don't believe any of what he's saying. And that's okay, because we talked about that.
So we're going to stop after the movement, and we're in a question
whatever.
session here rather than a lecture about, okay, where are we supposed to go at?
Right.
So you're looking, is it just
creating tension is just looking for where they're uncomfortable, or is it there are specific spots you go to that are better provoking?
One of the best ways to provoke tension is to crowd the weapon, right? So if I favor your weapon side, I'm already putting that tension, right? You're already, so the back blade already slid in.
Creating too much tension.
And since none of that was on camera, they're going to be wondering what the fuck I'm talking about.
But I'm putting that tension, and now you're focusing on the wrong thing. At this point, you're not focusing where I've turned a little bit. But tension can be whatever you see your opponent doesn't like. It can be that range game. It can be stopping you. If you like to fight belly to belly, well, I don't want that there. Even though I myself like to fight from there, I work really hard to, I don't care where we fight. As long as my mindset is I'm taking that away from you, my mindset's okay with it. Does that help?
Yes, exactly.
Or is there more? If I didn't answer your question, I can keep going. But like I said, I can put tension too just by throwing little tappy shots at your sword. If you don't feel like you can throw, if I'm continuing to hit your sword, I'll then step into a real shot. I'm just trying to keep your sword here. As long as you're using your sword to block your head, like especially sword blockers, if I just keep, and they're little tinky shots, like they won't even be a death if it hits you, but I want to be fast enough with it that I can keep your tension, you'll start to then overblock. Or I won't actually throw the shot and you'll move the hand to catch it and then I'll throw under it. I'm at 15? Okay, 15 minutes, you've got questions. There's not a whole lot more material other than answering your questions.
I find myself maybe overcommitting and getting planted a lot.
Yes.
So what's my footwork on this?
So when I was showing that heel to toe stuff, one of the things